The Richter scale is. Hi, I'm Leila Clausen. I'm doing the Richter scale and what it is, how it is used to measure earthquakes, and and how a log is used, and the Richter scale formula. The Richter scale is a scale used by seismologists to measure the magnitude or the force of energy that an earthquake gives when it happens. Seismology. How is the Richter scale used to measure earthquakes? Seismologists have a seismograph that is a graph that moves the intensity of an earthquake in amplitudes in microns, in which they use the Richter scale formula of log number of highest, in which they formula log 10a minus log 10a0 see this and equals log 10a divided by a0s to find the Richter scale of an earthquake, which helps to compare other earthquakes of how much force they can. There is a 0 through 10 scale. The logarithms are used in a Richter scale formula. The numbers on the seismograph can reach very high, so Dr. Charles Richter, the creator of the Richter scale, decided to do the logarithm so we can compare each earthquake, since some of them are really small and some of them are really big. In the Richter scale formula, you need to find the logarithm of the amplitude minus the standard amplitude, which equals log of 10a, given the a standard. Given the amplitude standard. The most powerful, and now some examples would be the most powerful earthquake ever recorded was the earthquake in Chile on May 22nd, 1960. That had a Richter scale of 9.5. Another example was the second most powerful earthquake ever recorded in Prince William Sound, Alaska on March 27th, 1964, that had a Richter scale of 19.2. Now, here is an example of a seismograph that is used in the Richter scale formula, which helps to apply it. And they use the aptitude, the highest aptitude, and they minus the standard aptitude, which is 10 to the negative 4. And they log all of that, and then you have the Richter, which equals log of 10a, given that that standard of the aptitude has occurred, and that gives you the Richter scale of 9.5. And here are the scales, less than 2.0 to 3.0 to 3.9 would be considered minor, since only few people can hear them and they don't cause that much damage. 4.0 to 4.9 would be light, since it doesn't give, most people feel it and it shakes or falls to the floor. 5.9, it's moderate, since it has a lot of damage. This would be considered at the dangerous 5 and above. It can destroy buildings that are not built to withstand earthquakes, and everyone feels it. 6 to 6.9 is strong, they damage buildings and widespread shaking far from epicenter. And 7 and 7.9 would be a major earthquake that has damage everywhere. In most area that has damage in widespread areas. And 8 to 9.9 would be considered great earthquakes, and they have widespread damage in large areas and severe damage to most buildings, but these don't occur very often. For the 8 to 8.9, it's about 1 per year, so they still happen every year, but not as often. 9 to 9.9, they even happen even less, per 5 to 550 years. There's been 5 in the last 45 years. So it's about 1 per 9 years. So they don't appear very often. 10 or over has never been recorded and would be considered a massive earthquake. But they don't know how how would it feel like, since it was never recorded. And its occurrence is never recorded, so we really can't tell. And again, the formula is magnitude equals log of 10a minus log of 10 A0 standard equals log 10a, given that A0 standard. And this is a Richter scale formula. This is my video on the Richter scale formula. Thank you and goodbye.